two teams have been standard bearers, championship programs. And when they look at their schedule, there are a lot of big games. But they know to get where they want to be, they're going to have to go right through each other. And the Dogs and the Tide always have a national championship or bust mentality. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Its first time out of the half. Quarterback empties his backfield. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Going for a big play right off the bat. Oh, it's picked off. Looking for more room. And after the interception return, he gets it down to the 32-yard line.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. This rivalry might not be as bitter for Alabama as the ones against Auburn or Tennessee, or for Georgia, the ones against Florida or Georgia Tech. But when Alabama and Georgia have met over the past decade or so, no matchup has been more impactful across the SEC or college football.
Oh, there's no doubt. Georgia's had a Bama problem. I mean, they've kind of had their number. Obviously got over the hurdle for the national championship, but some great teams that have been held back because Alabama's dominance. This is a big rivalry. This is a huge day for the Dogs.
Anytime these teams play, it feels like a national championship. Even more than an SEC championship. We've seen that time and time again. But one thing I know, Georgia's defense is going to know where Ryan Williams is lining up each and every play, because the true freshman last year ate this defense alive.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes the catch. It's Horton. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Smashes it between the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Makes the catch, it's Thomas. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Georgia going up tempo. They're looking to throw on second and short. Finds his man, it's Thomas. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Pressure coming. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help him the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position, but the quarterback is the tone setter, the captain, and having a guy like Gunner at the helm, man, this is a dude they all trust, they all respect, and I expect this offense to bounce back in a big way.
And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with second and short. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you. You're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
On the move. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. 5 wide receivers on second and goal. That's room for the quarterback to run and a lot of receivers for the defense to contend with. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
3rd and goal for the offense. Back to pass, it's Stockton. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. And the try is no good. So the score remains 3-0.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Miller with the ball. There he goes. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quick completion on the out. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Now on the move. Oh, a lot of space. The 20. Touchdown, Alabama! Once he got some room, it was over.
This quarterback is so unique and he's so special because of his running ability, his wiggle, his speed, and his burst in the open field. He's like a running back playing the quarterback position, and he shows you that on that play.
So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They've got a first down here to open the period. Quarterback making checks. To throw, it's Stockton. Got his man down the middle. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Frazier. Breaks into the open. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon, and a guy this defense has got to be ready for.
Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what...
Fires deep toward the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here comes that Alabama offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play.
Makes the catch on the left. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, breaks free in the middle. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bama! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. The sure hands, it's Humphries. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Got it in the middle, it's Taylor. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him.
It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Fighting off the defender. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Running back searching for a hole.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, it's Russell. Quick completion on the out route. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here comes the hurry up. Looking to throw on first down. He lets one fly deep. And it's caught inside the 20.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Back to the ground game on the left. Shakes off the defender. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Second down coming up in this red zone opportunity. They'll go right back to the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Pitt is ahead early in the Steel City, but that's not exactly Tony Dorsett out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Louisville. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. He'll take the deep shot. Makes the grab deep. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Georgia going up tempo. To the air on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. With the catch, it's Thomas. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They'll go to the air on third and short. Snagged on the outside, it's Taylor. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. Dead center perfect. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Dogs will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Sends it downfield. He's got it down the left side. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
Finally corralled, but but not before. He picks up the first down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. To the air, it's Russell. Bringing the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you're going to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Going to swing it on second down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And they're able to get him down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Back to pass, it's Stockton. He's got him. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Quarterback may change this route. They'll try to get it through the air. Finds the tight end. Turning it on. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
They just keep firing. Under fire. And here's the third interception of the night. Got room on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execute.
Trying to beat the D deep. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to...
He'll take a deep shot here. He's got him on the right side. Great job by the receiver to get the foot down.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
That's reeled in. It's Green.
That's really nice fundamentals by a right-handed quarterback, going to his left, getting the shoulder turned and the hips around, helping him make a very accurate throw.
Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Looking for a man. It's Russell. And they can't make the connection. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Off the RPO, complete. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
With the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Tide!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Might be changing the route. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Snagged in the middle. It's Frazier. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Georgia going up tempo.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And the Dogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Punts it out of the air. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Georgia! The offense cashing it in on that drive. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Horton. Fights off a defender. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. To the air, it's Russell. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. They've got it down to the 32. First and 10 coming. Looking downfield on first down. And the completion to the sideline. A solid pickup, but not enough for the first down.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Gonna look downfield again. Just a little off. Incomplete. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. The sure hands, it's Williams. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the marker, it's Bernard. The Tide with the first and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Grabbed over the middle, it's Horton. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, it's Russell. Buys a little extra time. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And here's what I like about this play, man. First thing you do is take away the easy stuff. Make him react, get him outside the pocket, and now you got to catch him. You got to have a plan for a mobile QB when he gets out the pocket. Who's going to pull the trigger, come up, and chase after him? Nice discipline by this defense to get the sack.
Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
The The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Gets it out fast. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Georgia comes quickly to the line. He might want another play. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Quickly complete. At the 35, he's loose. There he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes that Alabama offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Looking to throw on first down. Steps away. That's caught. It's Bernard. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
Catch in the middle. It's Bernard. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Looking downfield, it's Russell. With the catch, it's Bernard. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got it on the run. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Second down, he'll throw it. On the run, still looking. Lets it go to the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
With that last touchdown, looks like they're going to start this season 4-0, and you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. But they've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Wants to throw on first down. He's looking deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Dropping back, it's Stockton. This time, it's complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Georgia going up tempo.
QB now has over 400 yards passing, guys, and you got to give everybody else in his supporting cast a ton of credit.
He wants to go deep. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the deep ball.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Trying to escape and get it himself.
Hey, I like this by the offense. Nice job of not forcing it, having to throw the football. Now you make it 3rd and manageable. Put your offense in a better position to succeed. That's a nice 2nd down play.
The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Frazier. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Makes the grab. It's Thomas. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big game. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw. It's Stockton. Throws to the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
He's got him this time. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. It can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you 1st downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You hear a lot of coaches talk about bend, don't break, and it's in these areas of the field down in your own goal line defensively where you want to just step.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left him with more ground to cover. Looking for the score. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you...
There he goes. Breaks the tackle. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. They'll give it to him again. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and, man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team if they play like that. Moving forward.